The conversation around self-improvement usually ends up focused entirely on advanced strategies, complicated digital tools, and tiny performance gains that matter very little in the grand scheme of things. People spend endless hours searching for the perfect optimization method or secret hack, while completely overlooking the boring mechanical basics that make everything else possible in the first place. Success is often treated like some hidden, exclusive formula that only a handful of elite people manage to discover after years of intense research and tracking. In reality, most meaningful progress across any system comes from consistently managing a handful of simple, unglamorous behavioral fundamentals every single day. No amount of advanced tactics can compensate for a structurally weak foundation, and no long-term goal can survive if the absolute basics of execution are constantly being ignored by the operator. In reality, most meaningful progress comes from consistently managing a handful of simple fundamentals. No amount of advanced tactics can compensate for a weak foundation, and no long-term goal can survive if the basics are constantly being ignored. The first fundamental is taking care of your physical health, because everything else depends on it. Many productivity stories glorify sacrificing sleep, skipping recovery, and pushing yourself beyond your limits. In the name of success, that approach may work for short bursts, but it eventually catches up with everyone. When your body is exhausted, your ability to think clearly, make decisions, and stay focused starts to decline. Real discipline is not about constantly grinding harder. It is about making sure your body has what it needs to perform consistently. Good sleep, proper nutrition, movement, and recovery are not luxuries. They are requirements. If you ignore them long enough, your body will eventually force you to slow down whether you want to or not. The second fundamental is protecting your attention in a world that constantly competes for it. Every notification, an endless stream of content, is designed to keep you engaged for as long as possible. The problem is that attention is one of your most valuable resources. Once it has been scattered, it's hard to focus on meaningful work. Protecting your focus is about creating boundaries. Limiting distractions and being intentional can dramatically improve the quality of your output. The third fundamental is understanding how small actions compound. Most people are naturally drawn to dramatic changes for immediate results. The problem is that huge bursts of motivation rarely last. Lasting progress usually comes from much smaller actions repeated consistently. What feels insignificant in the moment often becomes powerful through repetition. The fourth fundamental is creating an honest feedback system. Many people judge progress by how busy they feel. Tracking your outcomes, reviewing your work, and looking at tangible results provide a much clearer picture. The fifth fundamental involves shaping your environment, so success becomes easier and distractions become harder. Instead of depending entirely on motivation, build an environment that supports the behaviors you want. The sixth fundamental is accepting that results require ongoing effort. Improvement is not something you achieve once and keep forever. The habits that helped create positive results are often the same habits required to keep those results. The final fundamental is developing a long-term perspective. Many worthwhile goals are abandoned because results do not appear quickly. Meaningful growth often takes far longer than people expect. Patience allows small efforts to compound into significant outcomes. If you want to fully apply these 7 fundamentals, stop searching for complicated answers and start mastering the basics. The fundamentals may not be exciting, but they remain the foundation behind nearly every meaningful achievement.